There we go. We don't look at me for a while because sometimes it makes people nervous when you film around them, and I understand why. I like to go incognito sometimes. I look just like one of them. It's actually for all the bitching I've done about the mask, and it's not a bad thing, like for privacy and stuff. It's just the fact that I'm being forced to do it is the problem. I would probably naturally wear this as part of, my very flashy ensemble. As you can see, you can't get too crazy here because it's too hot to do so. So I don't even own a pair of pants, and it's the best thing ever. Or long shirts, for that matter. Not wearing makeup today. Still look fabulous. I just ran into a character, an individual that I think, and there's a lot of supernatural activity here. For those that can see it and understand, I have a friend that works close to here that she's really in tune with it all. The one that was telling me about, she feels like there was a portal opening. I don't know. I checked with a YouTuber that specializes in portals, and he said he'd been checking the Hawaii area and hadn't seen anything yet. But since I experienced some things around the night it had happened, and I didn't know that was the night it happened until I saw her and she told me about it. I was like, oh, yeah, well, I did notice a complete pressure drop past midnight that felt like someone turned a vacuum cleaner on the area. Oh my God, I'm looking ragged. See, this is why I don't do videos of my face in them, because I'm fucking vain. And the whole time I'd just be worried about my hair. It's awful, I know. But so anyway, this place is a ground zero for supernatural activity. When I came here, I had been studying on the subject in a tertiary kind of sense, I hadn't delved into the areas I've come to learn about now, and that was because basically I was a complete atheist for most of my life, It just seemed, none of it seemed to make sense to me, and that's because the way it's presented to you, it sounds bonkers. I mean, the whole story of Christ and all that, it's presented to you in the worst way possible. And it makes, and I don't know if that's purposely, I'm pretty sure it's purposely, it just sounds unappealing, But when you start to realize what it really is and what it all means, what the point of it is, it's not that crazy, and it's a lot more simple. It's not a guy in sandals in the sky. It's not. These are forces, almost like nature. And they can speak through the humans here. We're organic portals for some of these things. There's an area downtown that is very, very active. And my friend likened it to a vortex being in the area, like a negative vortex that almost has a sentience there. And I agree. That's where I'm going to make some videos about my encounters with demons, or whatever you want to call them, when my buddy gets back from the North Shore, because just about every experience I had with them, he was with me, which is good, because if he wasn't, I'd be able to just say, well, I was, having a breakdown, or I imagine that. So I figure if it's unbelievable coming from one bathroom schizo, possibly two would make the story even less believable. So I'm going to wait for him to come back. It's not just one story, it's stories. And that's why I'm no longer an atheist. because of what I experienced here. And even once I had been communicating with them, we had been communicating with them, I was still firmly in that camp because it doesn't work like that. There is no kind of eureka moment like, well, if these things exist, then isn't there a counter to these things? And there is. There's not as many of them, though. I've met two. Possibly run into other ones who didn't know what they were, because the first guy, and I'm talking about the good version of this, whatever you want to call them, angels, or there's another name for them that a YouTuber uses that's less triggering, because people hear demons and angels and they become triggered because they think of the guy in the sky with the sandals, and it's not. So whatever, you're fighting an uphill battle there. But the first one I met was really cool, and I'll do a separate video about that because it's a lot of build-up. He tried to reach me before and I kind of blew him off. The second one was not so cool. He didn't have a lot of complimentary things to say. He basically said I was doing a shitty job. Or, yeah, but the first guy fucking loved me. So I don't know. So I'm what would that be? O for O? Among the angelic set? It's crazy, it's crazy. But I think it'll make, it'll be more easy to digest once I have my North Shore bro up here and we do like a video on our encountering the demons. But I stopped to do this because I think I just encountered another good guy. There's this weird feeling you get when you're around them. It's almost like if you've ever met someone you like admire, like a rock star or something, or act, or whatever, someone you looked up to. It's like that. You get this, it's like that times a million. You get this kind of weird feeling around you. And like the first guy when I met, I like kind of was speechless. Like I kind of reverted to a young teenage girl meeting Nick Rhodes. It was like, it was really cool. And yeah, I really want to save the angel stories until after we've, me and my friend have done the videos about the demons. Because it's crazy. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't believe it if I saw someone, especially if you watch my other videos, it fucking sound like a maniac. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till he comes down, which should be soon. Probably during Christmas, I'm sure. I usually see him like once every couple months. We used to hang a lot more when he lived down here, but he moved, so we don't hang out too much, which is good. Because whenever we'd hang out, it's like you're on a radar with some of these things. And if they notice you're in the area or you're making some activity, like a blip goes off on their radar. If you're ever trying to exchange information with someone or give someone some important piece of information, it's like they get bing, 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 and they'll come over and try to break that up. It's fucking bizarre. But even once I had spoken to these demonic entities, whatever you want to call them, demons, I still wasn't fully on the God train. You know what I mean? It took me a while to get on that train because God in my mind was a man in fucking slippers. And it just sounded retarded, who, if you don't love him, he casts you in a lake of fire. And that's a bunch of bullshit. Religion, any religion, I mean, I got nothing against church. Or the people who go there, or show there. I got nothing against church. Old punk rock people are just doomed to have fucking nursery rhyme shit in their head till the end of time, and I think that's what you're experiencing here. But now keeps me alive. Just anti-pope from The Damned always jumps in my head. But yeah, I think I just met another one of these good dudes, and they're usually, well, not usually, only met a couple of them. One was sort of disguised as like a beach bum, but he looked like Don Johnson in an episode of a show where he's trying to be a beach bum. The other one, The other one, it was only after, like a week after meeting him, that I realized what it was. And I would almost swear that he was homosexual. Which I guess would make sense, because the last time angels came down here and they got with female humans, we had a little problem called the Nephilim. A little problem. So I guess it would make sense that they would want them to not want to mate with women, but I don't know. All right, I'm gonna head home. There's no point to this except that I think I met another like angelic character. Oh, this one was like a homeless guy, like, but almost too homeless. He looked like Neil Young. He's new around here, and I usually can tell who the new people are. He looks like Neil Young from the Rocket in the Free World video. Like that, fucking like, almost like a makeup team put his whole thing together. Shopping cart, the whole deal. Like, some homeless do carry around a lot of stuff, but for the most part, it's usually just them. And I've seen him around, and he said hi to me a couple times, and usually I'm like, I try to be nice, but if sometimes you say hi to these guys, and then next thing you know, you get someone following you around. It's sad, but that's how it is. But, yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in all this demon angel talk until I do some videos with my friend. It'll probably be a couple, because we have a lot of stories. And once I get that down, I'll feel better about telling stories about this stuff. Because, I mean, to some people, of course, you're just going to sound like schizo guy, no matter what you do. But I guess it makes me feel better to have, I guess, a witness there. So what I'm saying is we're the Fatima twins. Except way better looking. Because they were like old Italian kids. Fuck, I mean, better looking than old young Italian kids.